Hello all, welcome back to Answer Writing Initiative at 9 p.m. I'm Guna Mathivanan from Offices IAS Academy. Friends, if you are watching this initiative for the first time, then please watch the first video in the playlist, in the Answer Writing playlist, to get an idea on how to participate in this initiative. And also, one more information, I'm coming up with an exclusive current affairs program targeting 2024 prelims as well as mains. So here I have given the information. If you are interested, go through and you can make a call to the number given here. Right. So what was the question which I have given? While India has attained the distinction of being a net food exporter, the decreasing soil fertility emerges a substantial challenge to its food security. Right. So we have achieved that status of net food exporter because we produced more. However, the decreased soil fertility is emerging as a challenge for food security. Discuss the factors contributing to the soil fertility degradation and enumerate the measures taken by the government. 15 marker question. 250 words you have to write. So first, let us create the thought framework. So we have to come up with an introduction and let's decide the subheadings. So, and conclusion. Finally, introduction and conclusion is going to be permanent. The subheadings we have to decide and what we are going to write in the introduction. Get the clue from the question itself. Look at the first statement. While India has attained a distinction of net food exporter. So we can use this for introduction. So India was a net importer of food grains in 1960. Because of the intervention of Green Revolution and other technological support, we were able to improve our food production. We were able to ensure food security. And today we are one of the largest exporter of food grains. This can be your intro. Then, however, the declining trend in the soil fertility is causing a real challenge for the food security in future. We have achieved food security. We are net exporter also. But look at the trend. The declining trend in the soil fertility is posing a challenge for the food security. This could be your introduction. 3-line introduction. We are talking about our status, and through government interventions, we were able to achieve food security and we are net exporter of food grains today. Then you are saying, however, there is a declining trend in the soil fertility, which is creating a threat for our food security. Introduction. Then from there, subheading, we have to decide. Look at the subheading. Again, we will take the clue from the question. So one aspect of the question talks about discuss the factors contributing to soil fertility degradation in India. So one subheading, causes for degradation of soil fertility. So we are going to list out few causes. Cause number 1, we can talk about excess use of fertilizers, right? When you excessively use fertilizer, that is going to affect soil fertility. We discussed about that in the nutrient based subsidy topic. Please watch that video, very important. It is in our hit list playlist. So where I explained how this fertilizer is excess fertilizers is causing issue in soil fertility. And also poor farming techniques in general. Poor farming techniques. You use more water, you use more pesticides, right? Or you can mention about this monocropping. Right, same crops you are growing again and again and again. You can mention about anthropogenic activities also. You can talk about deforestation. Deforestation will remove the soil cover. Right, you can talk about urbanization. You can mention about urbanization. That is also clearing the forest. It is creating the expansion of urban centers. That will also affect the soil fertility. You can mention about that. Right. So you mentioned the causes. So after mentioning the causes, you can go for 5 causes will be sufficient. Okay, expand that each cause. Then you go for next subheading. So enumerate the measures taken by the government to address this issue. Efforts taken by the government. Another thing is efforts taken by the government. You can say soil health card scheme. I have discussed about soil health card scheme. It is available in the playlist. Please go and watch it in the hit list. Okay, soil health card. Once in 3 years, government gives a card for the farmers. That card will give a report about the soil fertility. It will also give suggestions to the farmer in what proportion fertilizers should be used. So that you can mention about soil health card. Other thing, government has a national mission for sustainable agriculture, for promoting sustainable agricultural practices. Poor farming technique is one of the reason for degrading soil fertility. So you can mention about the national mission for sustainable agriculture. Similarly, to improve the green cover of the country, government has this Green India mission. You can mention about that, right? And you can mention about nutrient based subsidy scheme, which aims to promote fertilizer usage. I mean, only focusing on urea is not going to help. We have to balance our fertilizer intake, so for which we have nutrient based subsidy. So government has krishi vigyan kendras in every district government has a training center for farmers. Through the training centers, the government teaches the right farming techniques in each areas that will help the soil fertility. So like that you can list out five 4 to 5 efforts taken by the government. So after that you can give a basic conclusion, right? So you can give a conclusion, any conclusion you can give, and you can finish the answer, right? So here I have given the intro, like what we have discussed. Here I have mentioned about the factors contributing to the soil fertility degradation, right? I have given 5 points. Similarly, to address the issue decreasing of soil fertility, the state and central government have taken following measures. I have given the measures taken by the government, right? So finally you give a conclusion. What we need is a combination of sustainable agricultural practices, we need proper technological advancement, we also need proper policy initiatives. This trinity becomes important: proper farm techniques, technological intervention, proper government policy initiatives. In this combination is what is required for ensuring, for maintaining soil fertility and also to ensure food security. Give a simple conclusion, right? So create a thought framework first. Create a, what will be my intro, what will be my subheadings, right? Conclusion naturally it will flow. Simple introduction, simple conclusion is sufficient. You can give a decent answer. So go through this. If you have written on these lines, great. If you have deviated, then please rewrite. Okay, so here I have chosen 3 answers in no particular order. These 3 answers are good. So Kavya, yes. So you have come up with a proper introduction, a brief introduction. Then you have mentioned about the factors contributing: deforestation, overgrazing, intensive farming, faulty agricultural practices, lack of crop rotation, shifting cultivation, anthropogenic causes. Right? It's better if you if you're mentioning it as in the form of 1, 2, 3. You can mention 1, 2, 3, right? So that it will be easy. The evaluator will be convinced that you have written 8 points, 9 points, 10 points. You can understand easily. So measures taken by the government also have mentioned: soil health card scheme, right? The 5-pronged strategy for the soil conservation, right? Making soil chemical free, saving soil biodiversity, maintaining soil moisture. Great, good answer. National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture, PM Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Krishi Sinchai Yojana aims to improve the water usage, right? It talks about precision agriculture. That is also going to help the soil fertility, right? So a brief one-line conclusion. Good, very good attempt. Similarly, Harita. Harita, you have also given a good answer. So you have started with a brief introduction and you went for the factors aiding soil degradation: improper management of farmlands, overuse of fertilizers, deforestation, unscientific cropping patterns, urbanization, climate change. Yes, climate change also definitely we can add. In most of the answers we can add climate change, right? Even cropping pattern question you can use climate change. Anything regarding agriculture we can bring climate change, because climate change has impact, a multidimensional impact, so you can use that. Measures taken by government. See, from 6th point, Harita went for the 7th point. So what happens is the evaluator gets a feeling that okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So more number of points has been written by the candidate. So I would suggest this. You just keep continuing with the numbers. Put subheadings, but keep continuing with the numbers. So introduction of soil health card, krishi sincha yojana, right? As a part of unccd program, we are trying to achieve land degradation neutrality. Many students might not be aware of this land degradation neutrality. We will discuss about that later. So uh, as a part of unccd program to combat the desertification, so we have a program called as achieving land degradation neutrality. So that is also one measure which can be highlighted here, right? So to promote afforestation, forest cover, we have green national mission for green india, miyawaki forest method, right? So yes, harita, you have done a good job. Then om sneha, yes, introduction is fine. You have mentioned about green revolution, good. Factors contributing, yes, change in cropping practices, climate change. You have also mentioned about climate change, great. Deforestation, nutrient depletion, surface sealing, that is when we dump with waste, I mean when the landfills are dumped with you know non-degradable items, that is going to affect soil fertility. Measures taken by government, nutrient based subsidies, soil health card, national afforestation program, right? Efforts taken for combating land desertification, and you have come up with SDG goal conclusion. So this is also very good. So of all the answers, I mean all these days, today I'm really satisfied that many answers, right? There are other answers as well. Many have done really well. I have given chances for some newcomers, so I'm really happy. I hope this program is adding value in your preparation. Okay. So what is the next question? So question for today: introduce the concept of critical minerals. Examine the strategic importance of critical minerals for India's economic growth and technological advancement. Some students were asking me, were also putting comment in the YouTube that from where to get content for these questions. See, the topics are taken from the Pulse in-depth section. Okay, go through the Pulse in-depth section, you will find out. Or else just do basic research in the Google. Just find out what is critical minerals. Do a basic research and you try attempting this answer. Right? Answer writing is an art. It is not just about content. Content is one thing, but how effectively you are able to communicate, how effectively you are able to present, how effectively you are able to utilize the content, that is what is more utilize the space, that is what is more important. Okay, so yes, hope the discussion was useful. So expecting more answers on this topic. So I will see you tomorrow. Till then, bye, take care.